What happens when everything you rely on suddenly disappears? What do you do when the career path you counted on, the relationship you cherished, the business model that sustained you, or the comfortable lifestyle you built overnight gets completely disrupted? Change is one of the most inevitable forces in the human experience, yet it is also the single greatest source of fear, anxiety, and paralysis for millions of people around the world. Most people cling to the familiar, hoping against hope that things will somehow revert back to how they used to be, while others adapt, pivot, and step boldly into the unknown to uncover better opportunities. Welcome to Book Essence, where we unlock the essence of every book so you get the wisdom without spending weeks reading. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most celebrated and impactful self-improvement classics of all time, Who Moved My Cheese by Dr. Spencer Johnson. On the surface, this book tells a simple, timeless parable about four characters living in a maze searching for cheese. But beneath its deceptive simplicity lies a profound psychological framework for understanding human behavior, overcoming the fear of transition, and mastering the art of adapting to change in your career, relationships, and personal growth. Let us unlock it. Section 1. The core symbols. What are the cheese and the maze? To grasp the power of Dr. Spencer Johnson's timeless parable, you must first understand the fundamental symbols that drive the entire narrative. The story centers around two main elements: cheese and the maze. The cheese represents whatever it is you desire most in life. It is a metaphor for happiness, success, security, fulfillment, health, status, financial freedom, or spiritual peace. For a corporate professional, the cheese might be a stable job, a high salary, or a long-awaited promotion. For an entrepreneur, it might be a booming business model and market dominance. For someone else, cheese might represent a loving family, physical vitality, or peace of mind. Cheese is whatever gives your life meaning and comfort. The maze, on the other hand, represents the environment in which you search for your cheese. It is your workplace, your industry, your community, your family dynamics, or the broader society you navigate every day. The maze contains dark corners, dead ends, blind alleys, and unexpected turns, but it also holds secret rooms filled with abundance and opportunity. Most people spend their entire lives searching for their specific version of cheese within their personal maze. However, the critical flaw in human nature is assuming that once you locate your cheese, it will remain there forever. Who Moved My Cheese exposes this illusion and demonstrates what happens when your source of nourishment, stability, or identity is abruptly moved away. Section 2. Meet the four characters, the archetypes of human behavior. The core of the parable features four unique characters who live in the maze and search for cheese to nourish them and make them happy. These characters represent the complex, varied ways that human beings react when faced with change. First, we have Sniff. Sniff is a mouse who possesses extraordinary instincts. He spends his time continuously sniffing out the environment, paying close attention to subtle shifts, early warnings, and small alterations long before anyone else notices. Sniff represents the analytical, vigilant mindset, the person or leader who anticipates market trends, detects early signs of trouble, and notices subtle shifts in relationships before a crisis erupts. Second, we have Scurry. Scurry is also a mouse, defined by his relentless bias toward action. When something changes, Scurry does not overthink, analyze, or deliberate endlessly. He immediately scurries into motion, running into the maze to look for new pathways. Scurry represents the decisive, agile executor who takes rapid action and adapts without letting hesitation slow him down. Third, we have Hem. Hem is a little person who represents the dark side of human psychology when confronted with unexpected disruption. Hem is bound by ego, comfort, denial, and fear. When his cheese disappears, Hem becomes deeply offended, resentful, and bitter.
He demands to know who moved his cheese, believes the situation is unfair, and refuses to leave his empty comfort zone, holding on to the delusional belief that if he waits long enough, the old cheese will magically return. Fourth, we have Ha. Ha is also a little person, but his journey forms the emotional heart of the story. Initially, Ha reacts like Hem, terrified, resistant, and stuck in denial. However, over time, Ha uses self-awareness and humor to recognize the absurdity of his own fear. He acknowledges reality, overcomes his internal paralysis, and voluntarily steps out into the dark, unpredictable maze in search of new cheese. Every single one of us contains parts of Sniff, Scurry, Hem, and Ha. The key to navigating life successfully lies in identifying which character is driving your decisions today. Section 3. The comfort zone and the illusion of permanence. In the parable, all 4 characters eventually discover Cheese Station N, a massive room overflowing with every imaginable type of cheese. For a long time, Cheese Station N provides an endless supply. Over time, a dramatic shift occurs in how the characters view their fortune. Sniff and Scurry continue to wake up every morning, inspect the station, check the quality and quantity of the cheese, and monitor for signs of mold or depletion. They keep their running shoes tied around their necks, always prepared to run back into the maze if necessary. In stark contrast, Hem and Ha grow complacent. They moved their homes closer to Cheese Station N, wake up later, hang up their running shoes, and build their entire identity around the station. They take the cheese completely for granted, assuming it belongs to them by right and will last indefinitely. They enter a state of deep psychological comfort, confusing current abundance with permanent safety. This phase of the story mirrors human life with striking precision. When a company experiences years of uninterrupted revenue, when a career feels secure, or when a relationship enters a smooth routine, we naturally fall into the trap of permanence. We stop building new skills, stop monitoring industry trends, and stop nurturing our connections. We settle into a comfortable routine, oblivious to the fact that the foundation beneath us is gradually wearing away. Section 4. When the cheese disappears, the critical turning point. One morning, all 4 characters arrive at Cheese Station N and discover something shocking. The cheese is completely gone. Because Sniff and Scurry had been paying attention to the gradual depletion and aging of the cheese every day, they are not surprised. They instantly accept the reality of the situation. They don't hold a meeting, debate who's at fault, or complain about fairness. They put on their running shoes, turn around, and immediately head back out into the uncharted passages of the maze to hunt for new cheese. Hem and Ha, however, are utterly unprepared for the shock. Because they ignored the subtle signs of decline, the absence of cheese feels like an unexpected catastrophe. Hem screams in rage and frustration, famously shouting, "Who moved my cheese?" He treats the situation as a personal injustice, demanding that someone restore his comfort. Ha is equally paralyzed by panic and disbelief, hoping that if they go home and come back tomorrow, the cheese will somehow reappear. Days turn into weeks. Hem and Ha return to the empty Cheese Station N day after day, growing weaker, hungrier, and more depressed. They spend their energy analyzing who stole their cheese, arguing over whose fault it was, and harboring bitterness. This critical turning point illustrates the fundamental danger of resistance. When external conditions change, whether through technological disruption, economic cycles, or corporate restructuring or personal loss, refusing to accept reality doesn't change the situation. It merely drains your energy, deepens your suffering, and keeps you trapped in a graveyard of past success. Section 5. Ha's Journey: Overcoming Fear and Entering the Maze. After remaining stuck in the empty station for a long time, Ha experiences a breakthrough in self-awareness. He realizes that staying in an environment void of cheese guarantees slow starvation and eventual defeat. He looks at his friend Hem and realizes that waiting for the past to return is a form of slow madness. Ha makes a courageous decision. He decides to put on his running shoes back on and re-enter the dark, terrifying maze alone. Before stepping into the unknown, Ha asks himself a game-changing question that becomes one of the central pillars of the book. What would I do if I weren't afraid? He realizes that fear itself was the primary barrier holding him back. Fear inflated the dangers of the unknown while blinding him to the possibilities of discovery. As soon as Ha steps across the threshold into the dark corridors of the maze, a remarkable transformation occurs. Even though he doesn't find new cheese immediately, the simple act of taking control of his destiny and moving forward restores his sense of dignity, energy, and hope. He begins to laugh at his past foolishness, realizing that searching in the maze is far less terrifying than remaining trapped in an empty room with no future. Section 6. The Writing on the Wall. Timeless Lessons for Life. As Ha journeys deeper into the maze, he leaves a trail of insights carved
into the stone walls. These inscriptions, known as the writing on the wall, serve as guidance for anyone seeking to break free from fear and master personal change. Let us explore the core principles that Ha leaves behind. First, change happens. The cheese will always be moved, whether you want it to or not. External conditions, economic cycles, and human dynamics are constantly in motion. Expecting things to stay the same is an invitation to disappointment. Second, anticipate change. Smell the cheese often so you know when it is getting old. Pay attention to early warning signs in your health, your career, your finances, and your relationships. Do not wait for a full-blown crisis before you start paying attention. Third, monitor change. Keep track of subtle shifts in your environment. Regularly assess whether your skills are still relevant, whether your business model remains effective, and whether your daily habits are moving you toward growth or stagnation. Fourth, adapt to change quickly. The quicker you let go of old cheese, the sooner you can enjoy new cheese. Prolonged grieving over lost opportunities only delays your arrival at new horizons. Cut your losses early and redirect your energy toward fresh possibilities. Fifth, move with the change. Step out into the unknown despite your anxiety. Action dissolves terror. When you move in the direction of your goals, your mind shifts focus from dreading loss to anticipating reward. Sixth, enjoy change. Taste the adventure and savor the journey of finding new cheese. Changing your life is not merely a burdensome necessity, it is an exciting opportunity to learn, evolve, and expand your capabilities. Seventh, be ready to change quickly and enjoy it again and again. They will keep moving the cheese. Adapting to change is not a one-time event, it is a lifelong mindset and habit. Guided by these insights, Ha continues his journey through the maze. He encounters small scraps of new cheese along the way, which sustain his physical strength and validate his belief that better things lie ahead. Eventually, Ha stumbles upon Cheese Station N2, a vast, spectacular chamber filled with the largest, highest quality supply of new cheese he has ever seen. To his delight, he finds his old friends Sniff and Scurry already there, looking healthy, vibrant, and well-nourished. Ha celebrates his victory, enjoying the fruits of his courage, resilience, and adaptability. However, Ha has learned a life-altering lesson that sets him apart from who he used to be. He does not take Cheese Station N2 for granted. He does not throw away his running shoes or pretend that this new station will last forever. Instead, he checks the condition of the cheese daily, keeps his running shoes hanging around his neck, and frequently explores new sections of the maze to maintain his agility and familiarity with the unknown. He remains fully prepared to move the moment conditions change again. The practical applications for your career and personal life. The wisdom of Who Moved My Cheese extends far beyond a simple story. It provides an actionable playbook for navigating real-world challenges across every domain of human life. In your career and business, relying on outdated skills, legacy business models, or past achievements is a recipe for irrelevance. Industries change at an unprecedented rate, driven by technological evolution, economic shifts, and global competition. To thrive, you must cultivate the instincts of Sniff by anticipating industry transitions, the agility of Scurry by taking immediate action to upskill, and the courage of Haw by stepping into unfamiliar roles and mastering new tools. In your personal relationships, holding on to past grievances, expecting your partner to never evolve, or failing to nurture your bond leads to emotional distance. Adapting means communicating openly, letting go of outdated dynamics, and investing continuous effort into building a resilient connection. In your personal mindset, the story challenges you to examine where you might be acting like him. Are you holding on to a goal, habit, or situation that no longer serves you simply because it is familiar? Are you blaming external circumstances for your lack of progress? The moment you take responsibility, confront your fears, and step into the maze, you reclaim your power to create a better future. Let us bring together the greatest lessons from Who Moved My Cheese by Dr. Spencer Johnson. 1. Accept that change is inevitable. Stop wishing that things were easier or that the past would return. Focus your energy on adapting to reality as it exists today. 2. Overcome the illusion of permanence. Never allow short-term comfort to breed long-term complacency. Keep monitoring your environment and upgrading your skills. 3. Confront your fear directly. Ask yourself what you would do if you were not afraid, and then take the first step into the unknown. 4. Let go of old cheese quickly. The faster you detach from what used to work, the faster you will discover new opportunities and fresh success. 5. Stay ready for the next shift. Make adaptability a core habit so that whenever the cheese moves again, you are ready to run, adapt, and win. Dr. Spencer Johnson leaves us with a simple yet profound truth. Life moves on, and so must we. When you let go of fear, embrace transformation, and view every disruption as an invitation to grow, you will never dread the loss of old cheese again, because you will always possess the power to find new cheese in the maze. That's the essence of Who Moved My Cheese, and that's what we do here at Book Essence. We take the world's most powerful books and unlock their wisdom so you can build something real starting from exactly where you are. If this script brought you value, share it with someone who needs clarity and strength today. Keep learning, keep adapting, and keep unlocking your essence. See you next time.